Hello, and welcome to Girls, Gays, Animes, where it is safe to love who you love and love what you love. I am your host, Valzaraptor, and I love the smell of fresh cut grass, even though I know that it is a distress signal to other plants.
Hey, I am T, and I love yoga, but my favorite part is when it's over.
I used to do yoga too, actually. I used to do hot yoga, and it was like hot vinyasa.
That's what I do, and our floor in my yoga studio also heats up, and then we have heat that just comes in through the room anyway from like we put it up to 80 or whatever, so I am usually sweating. And then by the time everything's done, they like turn off the heat, they turn off the floors, they turn on the fans, and then we lie down and I'm like, this is it. This is the best part of my day.
I miss hot yoga now. Anyway, for all of our listeners, welcome to the Hottie 500. Who will finish first? Wink. What we have done, T and I have gone back into the depths of our brain and we have harvested 8 candidates who are on our teams. So we will have 8 folks for T's thoughts, and we will have 8 people for Valzaraptor's vixens. We will rank each of our 8 picks into a consolidated top 10. The number 1 spot wins the award of GGA number 1 sexy. Number 1 sexy! And I put we have a slide, so if you're watching on YouTube, you can follow along as we kind of like move along our little characters throughout this process. But I put that we would rank them in 3 different categories, and T, feel free to add, but I figured actual like dateability, so like who they would be like as a partner, their general personality, so like are they like a good person, and then just looks only, and you can take that any way you'd like, just physical appearance. That'll make sense later.
You know, looking at it in those, like, I was thinking of, like, one of the people on my list, and I was going through those, and I was like, are they actually attractive?
No.
Or am I mentally ill?
Why can't it be both?
Sometimes it is.
Okay, so the way that we're going to go through this is we are going to first give a he or she or they are a 10 but, and then the other person's going to try to guess for, a few seconds, whatever. And then we'll give the name and we'll throw it out on the board. And then as we progress, we'll rank, like, oh, is this person higher or lower than that person? And you'll get a chance to sell. So hopefully this doesn't run too long, but I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, me too. I love the little shout out to you for making this cute little slideshow. If you are watching on YouTube, please watch on YouTube. I suggest if you can, because this is cutie.
Yay! For those on YouTube, I even wore my little racing shorts so that I match the present. You can't see my legs, you can't see my pants, but I'm wearing checkered shorts for the vibe. So
it's there in theory.
I even have like a little race car image back here. Well, it's not a race car. It's yeah, you get it. Okay. Anyway, all right.
I love that print, though.
Thank you. They sell them in all of the Sailor Scouts. They have, like, different cars, like, modded for different Sailor Scouts. I'll hit you the link. I got it at a con.
Yes, please. All right, let's do this.
All right. Do you want to go first? I'm nervous that I'm not going to know yours.
I'm going to start out with an easy one.
Okay.
So are we saying they're all a 10? And, like, he's a 10 but, or she's a 10 but, they're
no, you
10
can,
but.
actually, no, you can say, like, he's a 2 but, if you'd like. Like, and then, like, sell, like, really high, like, something, like, very, like, admirable about them.
Okay. I'm gonna make this, I don't want to make it too easy, because I want you to, like, work for it a little bit. Hold on, give me a sec to, because I almost said something that would make it, like, blatantly obvious who he is. Okay, this is still going to be blatantly obvious. I can't think of anything on the fly.
I'm so nervous.
He's a 4, but he knows magic in his moving castle.
So that's Hal, obviously.
Yay!
But I specifically didn't put Hal on my list because I was counting on you doing it. Play the field.
I was trying to think of something like really, really clever. And since we just read the book not that long ago,
Right.
Book Howl is very prominent in my head right now.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, but he plays rugby, but that's in the book. He doesn't play rugby
I'll
in
give you
in
advantage
the movie.
I'll give you advantage on book and movie. You can take whatever characteristics from either you'd like to sell myself and the audience on Howl.
That's also why I made him a 4, because Book Howl is a whiny little bitch. But Movie Howl he has his moment of being a whiny bitch, where he turns into a slime man.
Yeah, I feel like...
But Book Howl is so much more of a whiny bitch.
So, yeah, Howl is a whiny little bitch boy in the book, but in the movie, he is slightly less whiny and has a little bit of riz, and I think that makes up for it. So...
And I like... Not that, like, oh, daddy, I can fix him, but I like a man that needs some work. I will dedicate the time. I will put in the effort for that man. Going off of your considerations, how they would be as a partner, Book Howl seems like he was getting there. By the end of the book, he was getting there. Movie Howl, I definitely would say, would be a better partner.
Plus, he can fly.
He can fly. He was putting in more of the work, and as you said, he had zeros. Looks, I mean, Movie Howl. And he has I don't think this counts as part of looks, but he had Christian Bale's voice. And
I'll give you, like, physical appearance, because it's, like, your physical construction of your vocal cords.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right, yeah.
I mean, how many times have we played That's My Girl? That's my girl. You know.
I don't have my Stream Deck tied up, no! I'm so mad.
Add it in post.
God damn it.
And then general personality. Honestly, I like Book Howl's personality more. I think he was more, like, fleshed out as a person. But Movie Howl, chill guy, nice, kind of dramatic, determined. So he's in there. He's in T's thoughts and prayers.
All right, T's thoughts. So I'm leaning. So if the available white space in our graph is, like, left is the lower ranking and right is the higher ranking, and then whoever ranks them first will move them over to the actual little award area. So take the heart, drag it over, and we're gonna place it probably closer to the right side. Leave it there, and then we'll adjust things as we go. And then we'll tee it up. So, like, every time we go through, we're like, all right, at the bottom we've got, you know, so-and-so or blah, blah, blah. And we'll... Yeah. Those are technical terms. For anyone listening, I have an engineering degree, and those are technical terms.
It's a spectrum. I have an education degree.
It's a spectrum, just like my autism. On that note, okay.
I got your number one ready.
Okay.
The first one.
Okay.
Not necessarily number one.
So, he is a 10, but he cannot stop thinking about his ex-boyfriend.
I'm trying to remember the list that you sent me of, like... Good choice.
For those listening, I have Gojo glasses, and I threw them on as a hint. That's why I gave such a hard hint, because I was like, I've got props, and I had to, I was like, I will break out the props. So, yeah. So that's the other issue I'll say with a lot of my, I don't want to say simps, because a lot of the people that I like as characters, I prefer them with other, like, people in their show usually, right? So like I went to a con, right? And there was, like, otaku court, and it was like who belongs with who, and so you'd get up and say, well, Toru belongs with Kyo. Does anyone disagree? And everyone's like, oh, no, we all agree. And they're like, fine, they're married, whatever. Someone got up and was like, oh, Gojo belongs with me. And then everyone's, like, screaming, and I'm just like, hello? Gojo and Geto are basically soulmates? What? I don't care how much you like him, they are meant to be together.
It is what it is, you know.
Yeah. Okay, so on to Gojo. How am I gonna sell him? So, how much are you an anime only?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I've only seen, so that was one of the ones we started watching. and then I had a baby. So I've seen a bit, but not a
Oh my
lot.
gosh. Okay, so you haven't even seen, like, the good stuff.
Right? We're trucking through. We're getting caught up with stuff, but like it hard.
Yeah,
It
no,
hard.
for sure. Okay, so
But I've seen the thirst traps.
all right.
I get the appeal.
You're on the TikTok edits, the Gojo edits, like, page of TikTok. I'll have to send you some.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess, like, the same thing as Howl, I'm gonna say the voice actor does a stunning job. No notes. He eats.
Are you a sub or dub?
So I watch it as it comes out, but I maybe rewatch it and dub afterwards.
Okay. I know plenty of people who do that.
For the voice acting, so yeah, so a little bit of beat, and I am a manga reader too, so I'm gonna try to be cognizant, but I'm very bad at, like, remembering where I saw things. So he's pretty tall. I don't remember how tall he is off the top of my head, but he's tall enough. And
6'5", trust fund.
I literally saw an edit where they were like, because I mean, I think he does have a trust fund, right? So they're like 6'5", blue eyes, looking for a man, and it was like sorcery or something. But I was like, honestly, yeah. But then I saw the same one edited for Nanami, and I was like, also valid.
I saw the same thing, but it was the Blue Eyes White Dragon.
That one, I was
Yu-Gi-Oh.
screaming. I was like, yes. Yes, I was like, this is the only edit for this now. It was so good. The only other thing I'll say about his physical appearance, other than, like, his eyes are really pretty, and he's very strong, but I know we've talked about this before. You know what I'm gonna say? He has yaoi fingers.
Oh, I was... It's like, he's got a big dick? Do we know that? Is that canon?
He's got yaoi hands!
This is when the technical difficulties comes up on the screen.
Yeah, T, you don't remember talking about his penis actively together on this podcast?
Multiple times.
I feel like it's like a reoccurring topic that we have.
He's a member of the staff.
Oh my god. Okay, so I'll wrap it up. So, dateability, not great because, again, he is still in love with his ex. Yeah. Even though his ex is no longer with us physically, he still is very emotionally attached to his ex. And then anyone that would have a breakup outside of a KFC, pretty questionable in the dateability region as well. I don't know if you've seen those edits. Then, what was the other one? I wrote these topics. Personality. I feel like he's got a pretty good personality. He's a teacher. He, is always joking around, having a good time with the kids. Sometimes his students do get murdered. But all in all, I feel like it's still, on the more positive side. Yeah.
So I can feel that. So let's see.
All right, so where are we thinking?
I'm thinking, because there is death. I'm thinking right here, just because there's kids that die, and that's not a good thing. But
yeah.
If there wasn't death, I'd put him right with Hal. But just
I'm trying to think if there's anything more redeeming that I can say. He does regularly protect the entire world.
Yeah, okay, we'll put him that there we go.
All right, yeah, we'll hash out the details later. Okay, you're up. Give me your next one.
Yeah. All right. Man, I'm really bad at these because I can't, every time I'm like, oh, she's gonna get this, and it's so vague. And then I'm like, oh, I gotta add a little something into it, and then it's too obvious. He's a 6, but he's a dad who tries, and he's a pretty good spy. See, I told you!
You didn't even need the spy part. I would have gotten it that he's a pretty good dad that tries. I would have been like, okay, yeah. I think I would have gotten there. What I should have done is I feel like I have a lot of figures. I could have, kept it to my figure collection and been like, like
Oh my
showing
gosh.
them. next time.
That would have been so funny.
Yeah, so Lloyd.
Right, so, yeah.
Yeah, where would I put Lloyd? So Lloyd, I think Lloyd is pretty conventionally attractive.
Yeah, yeah.
He also cares about politics.
Mm-hmm.
We do love.
I think that's important.
We do love that. He's good
trying
dad.
to save. Yeah, he's trying to save his country.
Mhm.
You know, he
Mhm.
doesn't want anybody to die. He's never been a dad before, but he's taken that trauma from the past that he has, and he's trying to fix it in the present. Yeah, he doesn't want
It's true.
Anya to go through the same stuff as him. Though we all know he's constantly like, when the mission is over, I'm done. But then there's all those memes where it's
No.
like, being a good dad for the mission, falling in love for the mission, taking care of my family for the mission. You know,
For the mission.
for the mission.
Yeah, no, I totally. And so, like, on the same train, like, he's into adoption, which is also, like,
Yeah.
we love that. What else? He is good with dogs. That always says a lot about a person.
Chef's kiss.
Right.
If a dog doesn't trust you, I don't want it.
Mm-hmm. Truly. And so, what else? He's blonde, and I'm like, I usually like my blondes a little more gray in the hair.
Yeah.
So, could be better there. I don't particularly like, I don't, like, love his voice. Since we keep bringing that one up. But I feel like it's you gotta listen. I mean, if you're gonna be with someone, you gotta listen to their voice every day.
It's not that I don't hate it, but I don't. It's not, you know, like I said with Hal, it's not Christian Bale.
Right.
I could listen to that man tell me that's my girl all day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he cares about his career. I feel like that's... But he works in a dangerous field.
He does.
Yeah.
He does. But his cover profession is not dangerous.
That's true. Very respectable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe when the mission is over, he can become an actual psychologist.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And just peace out.
All right, so for Lloyd then, what I'm thinking is...
Yeah. Where are we at?
Closer to the left side, but, like, not,
That's
like,
fair.
last.
Like there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's looking good. That's looking good. Okay. I'm trying to decide which one I want to pick next.
I know, that's what I was doing. I was, like, intensely staring
Okay.
at...
All right. I'm ready. Okay, so... He's a 10, but his only hobby is skateboarding with a bunch of kids.
Oh no, we might have a... Is it Cherry?
No.
Okay, good, because plot twist.
But close?
I'm so bad with...
But close.
I am so bad with names.
If it's not...
Cherry's boyfriend!
It's Cherry's boyfriend! It's Cherry's boyfriend!
Cherry's
Joe.
boyfriend! Does he spell it like I would assume, Joe?
I think so, yeah. So, I mean, he obviously already is in love with someone else. We're waiting for the next season to come out, the spin-off of their school days. I'm so excited.
I love how you wore the shirt, because you sat down and I was like, does she know? Does she know who I picked? Not the children on the shirt, obviously. From the show.
Speaking of, I saw a TikTok recently that was like, oh, I found a character that I think you'd really like. And then the guy was like, oh, how autistic are they? And then, like, it just, like, paneled through a bunch of, like, characters, and I was just sitting there thinking about how much I love Longda as a character. And I was like, yeah, no, that checks out. Okay. And then I was like, and then my favorite My Hero Academia character is Froppy, and I'm like, yeah, she's also autistic. Yeah, okay. Alright, cool, great. Yeah. Anyway, alright, so back to Joe. So he's got cool green hair. He is beefy. He's a beef and beefcake. He's athletic. His voice is pretty decent, I would say. He's like trying to pick up girls. Like, I don't want to say he's a playboy, but like he's into the ladies even though he has a boyfriend. He always be skateboarding with them kids, but like maybe in like a cool uncle sort of way.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Like it's not in a creepy way. Mm-hmm. He's not like, hey kids, come skate with me. He's like trying to help them improve. It's like if Tony Hawk showed up at my local skate park and was like, hey guys, I'm really good at this shit. You want some help? And it's like, yes, I do, Tony Hawk. Thanks for asking.
Have you heard how like Tony Hawk will just go out in public and like no one will recognize him and he'll be like, yeah, I'm Tony Hawk, and they're like, no, what? No. So he's just so low key. I love Tony Hawk.
My favorite clip of him is he's driving around in a car, and every time they see somebody skateboarding, he stops the car and he's like, "Hey, do a kickflip," because like back in the day that was so hard, and he's just like looking at the camera like, "How are these kids doing this? How do you know how to kickflip?"
All right, so we said.
So Joe
hangs out with little kids, but in a cool uncle way, like Tony Hawk. He's got cool hair, a beefy bod. He hits on girls even though he has a boyfriend, though. And, I was going to add one last thing. He's a chef. He's going to be cooking up scrumptious meals other than himself for you.
Oh. I do love to eat.
All right, so where do we put Joe then? I'm leaning above Lloyd, but not by much.
Yeah, I can live with that.
Okay.
Are you out here? I'm trying. I don't know why I'm trying to keep them in like a line.
I expected they'd be like all over the place, like a quad chart sort of.
My my insanity says no.
Yeah.
I need order.
Think of it like a gallery wall of hotties. For the listeners online, read us bottom to top where we're at in our ranking. We've got 4 done so far.
All right, so Lloyd is currently in last. Joe is next.
Yeah.
And then Howl and Gojo are tied, and they are the closest to our number 1 spot thus far.
Wait, Gojo's not a top?
You know? I don't even know if Howl is, so...
Also fair. All right.
He's just a little guy.
He's a little
all right, so you already kind of got mine, but he's a 10. But he already has a boyfriend he skates with.
Yeah, Cherry, woo!
All right, so Cherry, I'm very into his sassy attitude. I like his skate outfit.
Cherry's got a dope skate outfit.
He does have a dope skate outfit. I'm very into his glasses for some reason. It just works. You know?
Okay. I like the hair. Like, he works the pink hair.
He really does.
Like, full
and you
work.
can tell he takes care of it.
Work that up, do.
I also like, and this is not really him. I guess it like shows his intelligence. His skateboard is really freaking cool.
But he's really smart, yeah. Like, he's super, like, tech nerdy, but then, like, yeah, you're right. The sassiness, the intelligence. He still, like, is good at skateboarding, which requires physical coordination. Skates with a bunch of little kids, but, like, in a cool aunt sort of way.
Yeah, like, again, in a Tony Hawk-y kind of way.
Yeah.
Like, I would leave my child around this man.
Yeah, right.
I mean, other than the rest of the scary things that happen at the skate.
Where are their parents?
Where are all of the parents in any show?
Yeah.
I as a partner, I mean, he got boyfriend. I'm second. You know, so
you know I mean, he just needs to be with his boyfriend.
It's true. They're better together.
They're
better together. They make an excellent couple.
This is why I struggle so much, like, simping for any character, because I'm always like, but they're in love already, so I can't have them.
One of mine in my list, I was like, but he married. I'm a home wrecker. All right, so I think Cherry and Joe can, like, hang out together and be boyfriends.
Yeah. But wait, what's the meme that I sent you the other day? Like, I want 2 boyfriends. And I want those boyfriends to be boyfriends. That's them.
I put them together because they're boyfriends.
Yeah, so ranking the same as what we had said prior, just Cherry is right next to Joe. And now it is my turn. Okay, so he is a 10. But sometimes he's a 7, physically only. Alright, let me do it. Okay. He's either a 7 or a 10, but he hangs out with kids all day and works a very dangerous job protecting the world.
Is this from My Hero?
Yeah, I was like, I gave you the list of shows at least, so like I feel like you have like hints to go off of.
Yeah. I was trying to think back. Okay, so My Hero. Does he primarily spend a lot of time in a sleeping bag?
No, see, I thought like you were gonna pick that one, so I picked a different one.
He's in the backup list.
That's what I mean. I was like, I tried to play it knowing, like, alright, he might pick these, so I'm gonna pick someone else so I get to see more of my manses.
God. See, that's the problem with a show like
I
My Hero.
know.
There's so many.
Yeah. Okay, there...
Give me, like...
Okay, let me do it. Alright, so he is physically either a 7 or a 10, but if you dated, you would gain so much weight because he wants to eat all the time. I literally cannot do more for you. I'm so sorry.
I know. I'm blanking. I'm sorry.
It's Fat Gum.
Ah, duh. I was like, it's on the tip of my tongue. It's on the tip of... I was like typing. I was like, type.
Fat Gum.
Yes. Aw, sweet bean.
Yeah. So, I like Fat Gum. I like him in both of his forms, because in one form he's, like, super, like, squishy and cuddly and sweet. In the other form he's, like, will fuck up people, right? He's super into, like I said, he's into eating and desserts and stuff, and I also like eating and desserts and stuff. He's very protective, again, in, like, an uncle-y way, like, when it comes to these kids that he works with. It's not like he's hanging out with kids, right? Like, he works with children, and, like, so he's a teacher. So,
and I can respect that.
Right? So he's, like, if you think about his job, it's, like, kind of super sucky because, like, not only is, I mean, maybe his teacher salary is better than our teacher salaries, I can only expect, but then on top of that, he's also risking his life because he's a hero. So you never know if he's coming home at the end of the day. But yeah, he's just a little sweet bean, super protective. He's funny, too.
Yeah. And like you said, I can get behind anybody that's gonna cook me a good meal. And I enjoy the duality of man. Of both, like, you know, the bean.
Yeah.
And then under the bean.
Right. He's got his, like, rugged, typical, like, look, but then he also has marshmallow mode. For optimum, maximum cuddles.
What would you say for personality?
I mean,
classify?
I feel like, not that every teacher is a good person, but I feel like for someone to, like, work with kids, to risk their lives again, to protect the world, and there's the service aspect there. I mean, not that, does he have a uniform? I mean, he looks good in yellow, which I feel like is hard to pull off, but that's not personality.
It is.
But, like, he's super protective of the kids, and he's like a silly, goofy guy, and I'm into the jokesters too.
Yeah.
I think that's why I like Gojo, because he's just like, he cannot be taken seriously. Like, he's like, throwback to when Gojo put a kid in a box, and then that's how he told his friends that he was still alive. He's like, no, they think you're dead, but if you get in this box, if you jump out and surprise them, they're gonna be so excited. And then Yuji's like, okay.
Schrodinger's character.
Oh my gosh. So, yeah, that's where I'm at on Fat Gum. It's been a minute, so I feel like I need to rewatch through some My Hero.
I was gonna say, it's also, like, obviously I've seen My Hero, but it's also been a minute since I've seen it, and, like, that's why, like, you were giving me the hints, and I was like, I can see a man's. There's someone forming in my brain.
Yeah.
Where would you like to put Mr. Fat Gum?
Ooh, definitely on the lefter side. I feel like...
Is he going past Gojo, or is he
No, lefter. No, I feel like...
lefter side.
Yeah, so
Sorry,
I feel like...
I know directions.
I'm thinking... I think I would pick him over Lloyd, but I don't... I think I would pick Joe over Fat Gum.
Okay, so let's do one of these numbers.
Would I? I don't know. What do you think? Because this isn't just my ranking, right?
I know. I mean, I I would also probably pick Joe, and I'd also pick. I'm keeping Joe and Cherry.
Yeah, Fat Gum is ahead of Lloyd, but behind Joe and Cherry, with Hal and Gojo still tied for first. All right, you're up.
Man, a lot of these people work with children. He's a 10,
okay,
but he's already married and has multiple wives, but he works with children.
Is that Tengen?
I was gonna be like, I'll give you a hint. He's in Demon Slayer.
No. This is good. So the reason I hesitated is I was like, would T pick Tengen? That was my only hesitation. I immediately went there and was like, no, that's some me shit. What?
that was some. A husband was surprised when I was like, I like that one. He's like, you sure? I do like that one though.
He's like an asshole, but like not in a bad way.
That's usually what gets me. You and I talked about this before we started recording. One of my favorite characters from my youth is Kiyosoma. Asshole.
Yeah.
Another one that I really liked from my youth, Edward Elric, can be an asshole. I love an asshole with a heart of gold.
I love an asshole, full stop.
We are getting vulgar today. We're talking about peens and booty holes today, guys. Yeah, so I like Tengen.
You're a little blurry. Oh, you're back.
She's here. She promises. So yeah, I like Tengen. I think he's pretty.
He's very pretty. Flashy.
He's flashy. He's flamboyant in that way. But he's very proud of his work, and he's very protective of his wives. Like,
he is.
You know, if I gotta share, at least he's gonna be good about it. He seems like as a partner, yeah, you gotta share him, but he gives them their time that they deserve. And he's very much like a family guy, because like his family sucked, as do most of the Demon Slayers, and he's trying to build a better life with his new waifus. Personality.
I'll add too that like he caters to each individual wife's needs too, and I feel like it is hard enough to understand the needs of one person, but the fact that he can do it with 3, pretty impressive,
right? And he's, unfortunately for me, he's not the only one on my list that's married. But that's neither here nor there.
It just means that they're marriage material.
Yeah. Maybe. And I mean, he's already willing to share, so.
So wait, hold on. On the married, so Howell and Sophie, they never got married in the book. No. So far only one of yours is married in addition to this one.
Technically, I think I have.
So you have another married.
I have multiple because Lloyd is technically married.
That's what I mean.
I know, right? What's wrong with me?
Why are you like
I didn't even notice this until I
didn't
started
even know.
looking,
I didn't know he was married. Typical homewrecker attitude. Okay, T. What the hell?
I don't know. I'm not like this, Mom. Forget Daddy, I can fix him. Somebody fix me.
Oh my god.
So yeah, he's hot, and he seems like a good guy. And, you know, bare minimum, that's what we all need.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he's good at his job. He takes it very seriously. He cares about his wives. He protects the kids. He cares about the kids' development, too. Like, he's not just like, all right, go figure it out. Like, he's like in tune with like their needs and making sure that they train and are prepared for the situations they're going into. He's pretty sassy. But like we said before, like he's an asshole, but like not in a bad way. So yeah.
And he's like a higher up in his job. He's That's not true. Just like a base level. But another negative point towards him, he is risking his life hella hard.
We picked a lot of people that, like, also risk... I mean, I guess it's an anime thing, whatever. All right, so, for the ranking, though, I think I'd put him above, Cherry Joe.
Okay. Like, around here-ish?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Okay. Yeah, so, like, midway between the Joe Cherry and the Howl Gojo.
I don't know why, but Joe Cherry just...
What is their ship name? It's like, something Blossom.
Oh, shit.
I can't remember their actual ship name. Otherwise, I'd have been using it. I don't know why I'm like this. Okay.
We be blanking.
All right, so I'm ready for my next one. Okay. All right. I don't know. This one is the one that you said that you didn't know a lot about.
Yeah.
But it's been referenced recently, so I think you're gonna get it, okay?
Okay.
He's a 10, but he is always on the toilet.
Oh, you're Sim from our TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah. Audience, I have not seen Black Clover, but I know that's what he's from.
Yeah, so it's, Yami from, Captain Yami of the Black Bulls from Black Clover.
Is that how you spell Yami?
I can't read.
Yami?
Yeah.
Sounds like yummy. Because he thick. Based off that.
Yeah, so he's on Vibe for like the last like couple I think that we've gone through, just like absolute beefcakes. But yeah, like he's got IBS though, like pretty bad. Not unlike my actual husband.
Gosh. We just suck.
So he is the captain of the Black Bulls, so like not just like a regular Black Bull. He is, and for you, T, I feel like this is a huge explanation like moment, because you're not gonna be like, yeah, obviously he's a Black Bull. So the Black Bulls are like the groupings of misfits. And so like he picks up folks who like other groups don't want, but that he sees potential in.
Oh,
and
we love an underdog. We love an underdog and those who collect them. Yeah,
but he's also, like, an asshole. I feel like you would also really like him.
Say less.
He's also into strong women.
Say even less.
So I'm like, hello? So then, yeah, he gets, like, he does the thing where he, like, seems like he's being an asshole to the kids sometimes, but really, like, he's, like, helping them with their development thing. He swears a lot. I don't know. I think it's kind of cute.
I can get behind that.
I
swear a lot.
So, he's, like, an asshole in the way that one of his Black Bulls has some, like, teleporting powers sort of thing, and he will basically, like, make them teleport him to the bathroom because he doesn't want to walk there.
Mood, you know?
I mean, like, honestly,
if I didn't have to walk to the bathroom, I wouldn't.
Yeah. The only thing I'll say is he cares, but not really. Like, he's kind of nonchalant. The Black Bulls were, like, ranked very low for a while, and then they started to do well, but, like, he didn't care that they were in last because they were just doing what they needed to do. He's like, I don't care about the system. And he's also one of the ones where he himself was, like, a big misfit, but he was, like, best of friendzos with the king of the region, sort of. So he's got, like, a pretty deep backstory. I don't want to spoil it for you, but yeah, he's pretty good. I think you should watch just for Yami.
I can arrange
Even if you just, like, watch one season, I feel like just enough to get a little taste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just dip my toes in the water.
Yeah. So,
what about give me more personality?
I feel like I gave you a lot of personality, T. I feel like I did.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah. He's pretty strong, too.
I meant as a partner. Sorry,
a partner?
I'm reading too fast.
Yeah. So I feel like as a partner, he would just be, like, so chill as a partner. Like, he would respect you, but he would also care about you as a person, and he would let you be your weirdest and truest self, because that's what he is.
I'm into that. I can live with that. Yeah. All right. Where would you put him in here?
Ooh.
Because based off what you said and my little knowledge, I would put him there.
See, I would almost put him a hair above Tengen, because he's got, like, all the same vibes as Tengen, I would say, except he has 0 wives.
Like that.
Yeah. Alright, so read us the ranking, bottom to top.
Bottom. We got Lloyd, Fat Gum, Joe and Cherry are tied, forever and ever. Tengen, Captain Yami, and Hal and Gojo are still tied.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, baby.
Okay, alright, so what you got?
Do I want to hit up another married man?
Oh my god!
You know what it is? I like stability, and they provide that. All right, he's a 10, but he is married, and to add to the 10, he's really good at ice skating.
No, you put Victor on your list? Okay, so it's so funny because I know I'm giving you a hard time, but, like, honestly, I had my best friend do a simp roast for me for my batch as well, And I put Victor on my list too. But I was like, respectfully, please rank him low because everyone knows. It's one of the things where, like, I love the character, but I want them to be with the person.
Right. I love him. I think he's wonderful. I'm not for him.
Right.
I'm not the one.
I could admit that.
Yeah. I am confident in myself enough to admit that. So, Victor. How he would be as a partner, well, we see that throughout the show. He pushes Yuri, but not in like a assholey kind of pushy way, you know. He pushes him to be himself. He sees the potential in Yuri and tries to help him reach his goals. Looks only. Gorgeous, gorgeous mans. I see you staring at him in your office. Gorgeous man.
So for the folks listening, I have a Yuri on Ice poster in the back corner of my room, and so as she's speaking and describing him, I have it's not a poster, it's one of the, like, the fabric-y ones that I forget.
The wall scroll
the wall, yeah, the wall scroll, but it's the one of, like, him and Yuri, like, at the bathhouse.
Yes.
So, like, upstairs. So please keep describing him to me as I stare off into the distance.
He fit, you know, he ice skate.
And
I have always, even when I was a little kid, been obsessed with ice skating. I do not possess the coordination to do so I find it very admirable. I, like, did a report in elementary school on Tara Lipinski because I was so obsessed with ice skating. So that's another point for me that I like.
All right, yeah.
He has that, you know, that beautiful hair, beautiful eyes. He built personality. He's fun.
He is
But
funny.
he can be serious when he needs to.
It's true.
And like I said, he's good at bringing out the good in people. Like I said with Yuri, he knew how to push him in the right direction. He knew how to motivate him. He was respectful in a way, like he knew how to poke and prod him. But he didn't, like, at no point was I like, ugh, that was too much. You shouldn't have done that.
Yeah. You're right. He's super supportive. He's athletic. He's fit, but not, like, built. Just, like, fit. Yeah. He's very fun, and I feel like he enjoys life.
He's also well-traveled, and I feel like I have bad anxiety when I travel. So, like, my husband does everything. He's like, you just have to get to the airport at this time, and I will get us on the plane. Yeah. And I will get us where we need to go. And I feel like Victor would do the same thing. He'd be like, I got you. Don't you worry about it. We're getting there. And I need that.
Yeah. Plus, for how, like, decorated he is not full of himself about it.
Yes, he's modest about it.
Yes, he is modest.
He's not, like, throwing it in people's faces. But he utilizes it, like I said, to help others.
So, okay. No, I mean, you don't have to convince me.
Where are we putting him?
Yeah, what do we think? Okay, so definitely above Lloyd.
I'm feeling up in here, honestly.
Yeah, because I was, like, kind of working my way up. So definitely above Lloyd, definitely above Fat Gum. Probably above Joe and Cherry. Joe Cherry. Would I put him above
He is married.
Yami? I know. I don't think I'd put him above Yami.
But he only has one man's.
Right.
I'm trying to, like...
Yeah. I think that's good, right? So, like, he's slightly behind Yami, but more above Tengen. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I feel like some of these characters, like, I maybe picked just because they're hot, and I don't know a ton about their personality, even though I made the grading criteria. She's a 10, but she could kill you with her legs.
Oh, my hero.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it the giant lady? Like I said, bad with names. Okay. Is it purple and white?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what is her name?
No, there's a distinct feature. As a hint, I'm actually...
The bunny!
Yeah! Okay, yay! Do you want to know the hint that I was going to give you?
What?
I was like, as a hint, I'm actually going to see Megan Thee Stallion soon in concert. And I'm going to cosplay for it. I am cosplaying for going to Megan... I'm doing it. It's the right way. Her name is, her hero name, I guess, is Mirko, Mirko. Looking for a girl that's real strong. White hair, thick thighs, I'm trying to like think of like different things that I could say, right?
You were about to come out to me as a furry. You were gonna be like bunny ears, bunny tail.
No, it's the thighs for me.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I feel like there is a scene, or maybe I'm just imagining it in my wildest dreams, where like those videos of like people crushing watermelons with their
That's
legs?
a goal of mine. That's so
it's all about the
I
technique. When you go to do it,
watching...
let me know and I'll tell you. Like, I owe you some workouts still. I know I do. I haven't forgot.
You're fine. I was obsessed with the idea of CrossFit for a while, and there was this girl that I was following who used to work at BuzzFeed, and she was very into CrossFit, and her friends were like, all right, we're going to crush watermelons with our thighs, and I was like, oh, you can do that? That's a thing? So that's like a goal in my life now, is to be able to crush a watermelon, because I can't crush a skull with my thighs, but I can crush a watermelon.
Which leads me to my
Legally,
next
I can't crush a skull.
I want to watch her crush the skull of bad guys with her thighs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Fair.
I feel like in general, yeah, like, so she's super strong, pretty independent, can jump really high. I feel like that's cool. She is a good guy. She would protect you by crushing the skulls of all of your enemies with her thighs so that they don't bother you, but then so that you're also turned on because she crushed things with her thighs. Yeah, I mean, she works with kids, but she's not a teacher. She's just like a regular old hero, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I can't go into much more, because my hero has basically consistently not given a single fuck about female character development. And I know that I'm not supporting the cause by also over-sexualizing some of the female characters, because I know that that's what they do. I mean, looking at the manga versus the actual animation and, like, the theory behind, like, that one girl who basically has the same power as Fat Gum, but he's fat and she just has big tits. It's just, like, one of those things where I'm like, like, my hero's entertaining, but I'm, like, mad about it.
Yeah.
That's podcast topic for another day. So, yeah, Mirko, she's hot. Megan likes her, so she's got that going for her. Does she have big feet? I feel like...
I'm looking at a picture of her, and I want to say it might just be part of the outfit.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a costume thing or if it's actual feet. I can't remember, but...
Because I'm, like, trying to assume, based off of where her toes would be, it looks like the bunny toes go a little further.
Okay. I appreciate that you, and this is what I mean when I say love what you love who you love, because T did not question that I am defending, you know, how this person would be dateable, and I was like, well, she's got big feet, and I didn't get to my point. So T now thinks that I'm into big feet, but really I just want to share shoes with her because I also have big feet. But T was not gonna judge me for being into feet, so thank you, T.
You know, I've heard weird things on the internet.
Yeah.
And feet is at the bottom.
Specifically big ones, though? You're right,
At the bottom.
You're right. Never mind.
I have asked people, like, what's the most depraved thing you've seen?
Yeah.
That's within reason. Like, I don't want anything that's illegal. And, feet's at the bottom.
Alright. Note to self, not to ask that question to anyone.
Yeah, right? Alright.
Cool. Okay, so...
Wait, I feel like... is she pretty? Where do we want to put her? Where do we want to put her?
Yeah, so... Is this our first lady? I tried to include ladies, because as we went through, I was like... We didn't specify that it had to be only manses, so I was like, alright, I've got to include some ladies. I think the first... I almost put Yor in, but then I was like... I love her as a character, but I don't know that I would want to be married to her because... Mostly because she can't cook, but again, different. Okay, so I would probably put Mirko probably above Fat Gum, but maybe behind Joe, personally. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll read. So we've got, from bottom to top, we've got Lloyd, and then Fat Gum, and then Mirko, then Joe Cherry Tide, then... The text is so small, I can't read. Tengen, yes. And then Victor. Victor. Captain Yami, and then Hal and Gojo tied for first.
Alright. This one, I had to put in there. I don't know if you'll know this.
Oh, no. I've done so good so far.
I know. I had to pull one out of the ether, you know. I had to kick it way back.
Okay, all right.
This one shaped me as a woman. He's a 10. Full stop now. I'm getting distracted because I love him. He's a 10, but he's a vampire.
Is it Dio Brando?
Mm-mm. I'm taking it old school. Not Soup's old.
I can't think of any, like, old vampire things that I would know of, again, other than JoJo's, and Dio's the only, like, vampire guy in there, so...
Have you ever seen Hellsing?
Mm-mm.
Okay, let me introduce you to Alucard.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, Alucard is plot twist.
Okay.
Dracula spelled backwards.
Oh, wow.
He is literally Dracula. He works for the Hellsing company. He is bonded to the leader of the Hellsing company. When she was a little girl, she almost was killed by vampires. TLDR, Alucard unwillingly was assigned to protect her, and ever since then, they've been home dogs. He works with her to eliminate, like, ghouls and vampires and this, that, and the other under the Hellsing Empire. And in the show, I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but the very first episode, not Serena. I gotta look her up. He ends up biting this girl because she is about to die. She's a police officer, and it's her, like, literally her first day on the job. All of her coworkers are slaughtered, like, absolutely bloody style in front of her. She is about to die, and Alucard comes up on her, and he's like, "Hey, baby, I see you lying here about to die. I can do you a solid either way. I can end it for you, or you can hang out with me forever." And I was like, I was 15 years old, and I am at Otakon, and this is portrayed up on a big screen. Like, this was the Hellsing Ultimate, so it's like the remake of it. I shouldn't have been allowed in this room.
I was gonna say...
They did a room clear, and somehow me and my friends, who are all under 18, did not get caught. So I saw the original Hellsing, like, forever ago, and I was like, oh, I like Hellsing, it's violent. And then this was, like, the updated version, and I was like, sold. Sold for life.
Alright, so you've got spooky vampire guy that is not Dio. He is a vampire, so he kills people, but he also saves people who are almost dying anyway. He seems pretty sultry. And
this is definitely, like, it has its funny moments, and he's not funny in, like, a slapstick kind of way. He's funny in, like, a dry, sarcastic way. There are slapsticky kind of moments, but it's not with him.
Okay. Alright, so what are you thinking?
The female rage in me wants him higher up. I would say, based off personal preference, he's like...
Oh, wow, okay. So, like, right behind Gojo and Howl. So, like, would basically get, I guess, third place if they tie for first, and then they get first and second.
The only reason I'm not putting him up in front of Howl is because I could see a life with Howl. I could make a life with Howl. I couldn't make a life with Alucard.
Yeah, I mean, like, does he, like, how does he sustain his eternal life?
Blood.
But, like, from alive people?
In willing situations, yes. I'm trying. I think he drinks out of goblets and shit. Like, they supply him blood.
Is it sustainable blood? Is it organic, vegan, sustainable blood?
Sometimes, not all times. You know, another fault that's not his fault, you know.
Alright.
He didn't choose the vampire.
Okay. So, yeah, that's... Alright, we're good. Okay, so...
If you want to move him, please feel free. If you want him lower, because, I mean, I'm describing him based off my simping, so... you can be the voice of reason.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Captain Yami's pretty solid. Like, he's... He's
Let me move him. Let me.
Yeah. Okay, so perfectly in line with Yami. So both of our ones that we don't know the other one, we're like, yeah, okay, they're at the top. We trust.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I came in too hard and too fast into this, and I didn't pace, and now I'm gassing out. Okay,
That's fair.
I don't have the best picks left, and I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of hate for some of these.
That's okay.
He's a 10, but he's a dog.
Sashomaru? Inuyasha?
No. I'll be more specific. He's a 10, but if you hug him, he's a dog.
Going to gaslight you, sugar.
The first time I saw Fruits Princess, I was like, who is he? I know it's not good, but I was just like, it was one of those where I told him, like, alright, I picked a lot of characters.
Yeah.
Like, based a lot off of, like, voice, like, general disposition, and overall looks, and I am a sucker for gray hair. And so I'm like,
Now, see, he didn't make my list. He could have been, but I would have gone with Hattori.
Yeah.
I like a stable job and a sensitive man.
Fair enough. Yeah, I know, we noticed.
Thanks.
Yeah, so Shigure's pretty toxic. We'll get that one out of the way. But I feel like he does still care about his, we'll call them cousins.
Yeah. They're all cousins.
Yeah. But
which makes it worse.
Yeah, he's problematic, but who isn't? I can fix him. Isn't that when we said that earlier? Okay.
That's the theme, but Daddy, I can fix him.
Yeah, so the voice.
Fair.
Right? Okay, I'll start there. He's just a sarcastic asshole, and it's just like it's like lulls me into a sense of like comfort, and I don't know what that says about me. I'll put it on my list to talk about my therapist. Yeah, I don't do anything you want to add.
I mean, we see him as a partner, and it ain't great. It ain't great.
But what if he's only like, what if he is the way that he is because of the environment that he's in?
I don't know.
What if he goes what if he agreed to go to therapy? Because let's be honest, everyone in Fruits Basket needs therapy. Every single one of them.
They need group therapy. They need individual therapy. They all need friggin' therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah. As a partner, like you said, I don't know if it's nature versus nurture, because like they were really little when they found out about Akito being born, and he was like, "That's it. That's the one. That one's mine." Mm-hmm. And that's kind of weird to me.
Yeah,
but
I have all of the manga and I haven't read it, and I'm hoping I get something out of the manga that's like, I don't want to say, because even the Twilight one is kind of weird, where it's like, oh, you marked my baby, but like they were destined, and I'm wondering like if in a previous life they were, I don't know, right? So
they were very young when they found out about Akito. I want to say they were like 5 when they found out her mom was pregnant. So I mean, it's not too weird. It's just like, the thing that I find weird is his determination at that young age to get what he wanted.
Yeah, but
that's
also
the
like,
part that I'm concerned.
Circling back to them needing therapy, he had no like parentals to correct and like teach him how to be an actual human and to deal with like his emotions and know right from, like, I don't know, I feel like good therapist, he could turn out not so toxic. Where do we want to put him?
He's hot.
Yeah.
And he's an author. He writes trashy romance.
Yeah.
I would put him down near Lloyd.
Yeah, I agree.
I'd put him down there. He's got a special place in my heart because Fruits Basket, and like, you don't really see the toxicity at first.
Yeah.
Because when I think of Shigure, like, that's not what comes to mind after I think about it, and that's what comes to mind. But my initial thought isn't, ew, Shigure is an asshole. It's, oh, he's funny. And then I remember all the terrible things that he's done.
Right.
All right. I'm not sure where I should put my next one. Because while I would say this is a simp situation, it's more of a simp of I would like to be this person.
Okay. Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like, I don't want to be with them, I want to become them.
All right.
Okay, so she is a 10, but she's already got a girlfriend named Hachi. Oh shit, you haven't seen this one either? They moved to Tokyo together and they meet on a train and they have the same name. Nana!
Yeah, no, it's on my list.
That always happens. All right, so Nana, she is, so I'm talking about the rock star Nana. Nana is messy, as we all know. That whole series in general is just messy. Them girls is messy. So Nana O is the rock star one. She's cool as shit. She wears Vivienne Westwood. She has this cool ass lighter that hangs from her neck that's like a ball, and you like cock it open, and it's got the flames. Constantly smokes, which is not so great.
Right.
But rock star. She's in an up and coming band. She's got that like tough edge to her, but like when Hachi, who becomes her roommate, who is also named, her real name is Nana. She calls her Hachi because she's like really dedicated and will like wait for her and is like obsessed with her. She's like, oh my god, you remind me of a dog. So she names her best friend after a dog. But she moves in with her and like she's got this tough act and like she doesn't want to lend onto the sensitive person that is underneath. But like when they move in together, Hachi's like, oh, we should get these cups. They have cute little strawberries on them. And Nana's like, I don't want a fucking cup with strawberries on it. But she uses that damn cup. And that is like their thing. Like these cute little strawberry cups. Oh,
I've never seen it, but I even know that much. And
right.
Yeah, it's iconic.
So they, other downside, the series is not complete, so we don't know how everybody ends up. This is one of those things where I don't know if the author realized how gay they were making their characters, or if in the end she's just going to have them get together.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, it's one of those things where it's like, I love my best friends. We're homies. I don't talk to them that way.
Right.
That's how I would talk to my husband. So I don't know if we're being queer baited.
Okay.
Unintentionally or intentionally.
Right.
Nana as a person, the character Nana, badass chick, would love to be her. She's cool as hell. I am unfortunately the other Nana, the one who you would describe as the very loyal dog who loves the strawberry cups.
Aww. It's cutie. Okay, so where do we want to put her?
Probably down here with I'd give her a middle.
By Cherry and Jill.
Yeah. I feel like they're our midpoint right now. I'd put her down that way.
Okay, sure. I've got 3 on my sheet, and I'm trying to decide which 2 I want to narrow it down to. Alright, I feel like I'm gonna get judged hard for this one too, but it's another one of those ones where it's like, you can't help.
Be you.
Yeah.
Love who you love.
Yeah, right. Okay, so but okay, so he's a 10, but he's a fox god temple shrine guardian. We've talked about this one before, and I think I've told you that my husband absolutely hates the intro song to this anime.
Yes.
Yeah, I might not have...
Come see my kiss?
Yeah.
And what's his name? Can you spell me that?
Yeah, Tomoe. Tomoe. He's into a high schooler, technically. And he is,
and
like...
he's a god, right?
Yeah, so he's, like, real old. Mm-hmm. How much do you take away from the anime versus, like, their actual character versus the character?
Yeah.
So, he did not want to fall for her. In his defense, he's like, no. But I think her personality won him over.
Yeah.
Which, that's to say something. Like, he fought really hard to not fall for her.
Yeah.
Because he was
can respect that.
Yeah. So, it's another one of those, like, white-haired things.
It is.
The ears kind of do it for me, too, but, like, not in a furry way. No offense if you're into that. I'm not. I think the ears are cute. Like, I love the drawings of, like, Sukuna with, like, little cat ears, and I'm like, that's cute. I like that.
That's, like with Inuyasha, like, I'm not into the ears, but I've always wanted to, like, just yoink on them.
Play with his ears, yeah. So, yeah, he's, like, super strong, will protect at all costs, either from dangers or other potential people who might try to suit you. So, I don't want to say jealous, because he's just like, I don't know, maybe it is jealousy. It's protective. That's how I see it. I don't know. He looks good in the robe.
Fair.
Right?
I'm looking respectfully.
So, yeah, I the voice again does it for me. That's my thing with Howl too. It's like, respectfully, just a lot of what does he sound like? What is he saying when he sounds like that?
You like the voice, and I like to wreck the home, apparently. I just like stability and a good job, please. Just because you have a wife, it's just a small detail.
Yeah. It just means that, you know, he would make a good husband, because he's already one.
Yeah.
Right?
He already is a good husband. If he's got kids, bonus!
Yeah, bring
He's
him along.
already showing me he's a good dad.
Alright, so anything to add pro cons for Tomoe?
He's hot.
Yeah, it's that was where I struggled. I know I made the categories. Yeah. Which I feel like that makes it fair, though, because I knew that I was going heavy looks, and I know who you are as a person, T, so I was like, well, she could surprise me, but I'm going to put in a couple different categories so that it's not just looks.
Yeah.
So, alright, where should we put Tomoe?
In line with Cherry Joe Nana, or back some, forward some?
I think based on personality, because, like, he's another, like, sassy one. I think I'd put him, like, a hair above Joe, personally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Alright.
I
have to make a decision.
We're so close. We've got
I know.
As you're deciding, I'll reread the rankings. So we've got, I keep saying I'm gonna read, but I can't read. Alright. I'm sorry, podcast viewers and the YouTubes. I'm getting real close to my camera to be able to read the screen that we're all sharing here. So very bottom, we've got Shigure. Going up from there, we've got Lloyd, Fatgum, Mirko. Then we've got Joe, Cherry, and Nana all tied. Then we've got Tomoe, then Tengen. Then we've got Victor. Slightly above Victor, we have Alucard. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Alucard. And then we've got Captain Yami. And then we've got Howl and Gojo tied for first. Did we go too hard too fast?
No, I have a couple left. I'm just trying to decide, like, who is my ending? Who's my end note?
Final countdown.
And for me, these were, like, in no particular order. I just, like, these were the homies that I went with. I'm just, like, who do I want to be the last one?
Right.
Who is it?
Who is it?
Alright. And two of them are married.
God gee! Oh my god! Why are you like this?
It's weird because, like, my husband and I have been together since we were 16.
So are you picking them because you're like, well, I could never be with them anyway because they're already married, so it's not like it's not real. It's whatever. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Totally.
I have the stability. Okay, he is I don't even know what number he would be. he's a 7, but he's a short king and the king of Saiyans. The Prince of Saiyans.
Would you believe that I've never seen Dragon Ball?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would.
Alright.
That's fair.
Okay.
It's Vegeta. I used to, when I was much younger.
Yeah.
I used to really like Goku.
Okay.
And then as I got older,
Yeah.
I realized Goku doesn't give a shit about his kids. He doesn't give a shit about his wife. He doesn't give a shit about anything except fighting.
You know what?
Vegeta,
I have heard that about him.
Vegeta, excellent father.
Okay.
He loves his kids. He's not very good at showing it at first. Like when he first gets Bulma pregnant, he's like, I don't want that. And then he like realizes that he does. So he very quickly becomes daddy. He is very protective of his wife. And I learned that Saiyans pick their spouse based off of how, like, not powerful she is physically, like, that is something they take into account, but how, like, strong she is with herself. And that Bulma is constantly putting that man in his place and yelling at him and shit, and he found that attractive, and I was like, chef's kiss. Like, she's not the most powerful, but she is very smart.
Yeah.
And she can, like, beat you up verbally.
So you want
that.
to be their third then?
Yeah, sure. I mean, they're rich, too, so, like...
Well, why didn't you say so?
Yeah, and he's also the Prince of Saiyans. Now, to be fair, the Saiyan race is, like... There's, like, a handful of them left, but he's still Prince of Saiyans. And Bulma, his wife, she makes mad stacks of money. She is, like, the smartest scientist, like, in the world, and her father established Capsule Corp. Okay. So they are constantly, like, making this excellent technology, and they are rolling in dough. Like I said, I am attracted to Vegeta because he is an excellent father, excellent husband. He's also built. He's kind of back to the asshole vibe. He's an asshole. He's a jerk, in an endearing way. But he is dedicated, and I appreciate that in anyone.
All right, yeah.
Can't be too obsessed with being strong and trying to beat Goku.
Yeah.
Which sucks, but unlike Goku, like I said, Goku cares about fighting, and that's it. Everything else is, like, an afterthought. Vegeta care about fighting and beating Goku, but also care about family.
Okay, yeah. Alright, so where do you want to put him?
I'll put him down this way.
I'll say he's got a really big forehead and a huge widow's peak. So, like, go off Short King, but that's just not for me, personally.
Yeah. I get that. That is one thing that I'm not fond of about his physical appearance.
Mm-hmm.
I think I am more attracted to him in the, like, personality and how he is as a partner sense, if we're going off of our categories.
Right.
Less than his looks. Like, not ugly by any means, not saying that, but, like, compared to the other people I listed, I would not pick him first in terms of looks.
Right, okay. So, I have 2 left on my sheet that I wrote down. I almost want to pick a different one, because... So one that I had that I'm not going to use was Blair from Soul Eater.
Oh, yeah.
Just because she's hot, but I don't want to defend her actions, so I'm not going to... I've, like, gotten myself out of saying that one. And I've got this other one that I was going to go with that is, like, I am obsessed with this one. However, I'm torn... And I even gave us an extra one, because I told you 7, and then I was like, no, we'll do 8. Because I also want to put another girl in, because I feel like it's been too man-heavy.
Yeah, I get it.
And that's my other issue. I'm going to go with a different one than what I had written down. And she's a 10. No, because I was going to say something, but it's honestly not negative. I'm trying to think of something negative about her.
She's a 10, but there's nothing negative about her.
Yeah. That's really it. I mean, like, she's a 10, but she has a hard time finding a uniform that will fit her and fit over her boobs.
So every other female protagonist.
Yeah, I know. Like, there's no other... I mean, she is a 10, so I couldn't be like, oh, she's a 2, but... Because, like, she is a 10.
Is she from one of the anime you sent me?
No, but she's from one of the animes that you've already used.
Hold up a minute. Her outfit doesn't fit her well.
Yeah, she's a 10, but her work uniform doesn't fit very well, and it's pretty precarious because she works a pretty dangerous job.
Is it someone from Demon Slayer?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's, like, one precarious uniform.
Oh, yeah. Pink hair.
Yes!
I always call her Kiwi because she makes me think of, like, a strawberry kiwi drink.
Yeah! Kiwi, yeah. So that's, Mitsuri. She is so fucking strong. Like, physically strong. Like, she's got this special sword that's, like, built because she's so strong. Like, she's the only one that can wield this. Then, like, her breathing type is, like, a love breathing type, which I think is super cute. So, like, she's this, like, super strong person, but she's just the sweetest also simultaneously, and I love that. Like, I don't... Yeah. That's, like, when I say, like, I'm trying to think of negatives about her as a character from what I know, and I'm an anime only, I can't think of any.
I know. Like... I was trying to think of something, but like you said, I'm anime only, and everything I think of is like her being really nice to Tanjiro and helping him out and being sweet and supportive,
and she's like
a good big sister kind of thing.
That's what I mean. She's like giving great big sister vibes for like Nezuko. She's like
yes.
She's
oh my gosh,
foodie.
That was so cute.
She's a foodie. We love a foodie. We already talked about that. Like, she is hella strong, and I feel like that was something that she was like maybe patronized for when she was younger, but she like was like, nope, this is who I am.
She's confident in herself.
She is. Like, she is who she is. So I love her.
Yeah. Respect.
Yeah.
She's like how I said Nana was like, I understand that Nana is hot. I'm not, like, I don't want to be with Nana. I want to be Nana. Yeah. Like, the same thing. Yeah. I don't want to be with her, but, like, I would love to aspire to be her. She is, like... Yeah. Mitsuri is lovely.
She's just like a sweet, from what we understand at the anime point that we're in, right? She is just a sweet, pure, like, hearted, but again, super independent, super strong, loving person. And it's like, wow. And she, like, also protects the world. So, like, the only negative about her is that, you know, she works a dangerous job, but who on this list doesn't? Oh, right. Not a lot of them. Not a lot of them.
The vast majority of them are having a bad day. Yeah. Most times.
Right. You don't know if they're coming home at the end of the day.
I would put her... like, here-ish, I feel like. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna throw her all the way in the front.
See, that's kind of what I was thinking, though. Because, like, we've got negatives for Howl and for Gojo. You know, we don't have negatives for her.
You're right.
Like, she is an absolute baddie.
You know, I agree. You're right.
She is
because,
a
like
slay.
You said, these two, like, everyone we were able to say something negative for based off of our background knowledge.
Right.
And, I mean, we don't know what happens in the manga. We haven't read the manga yet. Right. She could turn out to be a secret biatch. And we don't know.
Right.
But up to this point, she's lovely.
Yeah.
Go, girl!
Girl, go off! Yes!
we love a confident queen.
Yes. So, the Hottie 500, who will finish first? We've got Mitsuri from Demon Slayer, our #1 Girls Gaze Anime's #1 sexy winner. Second place was a flat tie between Howl and Gojo, and then the third place, also a tie, with Captain Yami and Alucard. So I feel
like we had a good mix.
This
too.
is good, yeah.
just one, like, it wasn't just like, oh, here's everybody from every slice of life, you know? It was just, it was a good, we actually had a lot of, like, action-y kind of people up in there.
Yeah. We did. We're like, this person might die, like, as a partner, respectfully. A lot. So, alright, so that is our episode for the day, everyone. Drop in the comments if you think we missed anyone, or if you think that we're wrong, that's cool too. We obviously just, this is on the fly, we're on the spot here. This is just our personal ranking. Love who you love what you love here at Girls Gaze Animes. We're signing off. Don't forget to like, subscribe on our YouTube, Spotify, wherever you find us. TikTok, Instagram, we're everywhere. Find us. Thanks.
And if you liked this format, we can do something similar, like, I don't know, they don't have to be hotties. It could be something else, something spooky, something cutesy-ootsies, you know. Whatever we love, we can talk about it.
Hell yes. All right, until next time, join your public library.
Mwah. Love you, bye-bye.
Bye.